Say an off-duty officer got shot while on the way to work in Northwest.
Less than an hour later, officers were able to track down the two men they say are responsible in Prince George's County. Thank you for joining us. I'm Simone D'Alba.
And I'm Adam Longo. Additional details have been unfolding throughout the afternoon. We have team coverage on this story, including one of our reporters where the police arrested the suspects.
But first, let's begin with Ardelia Gonsalves. She is live at the scene of the shooting where police gave an update just about 2 hours ago. And Delia, DC police say the Real-Time Crime Center helped them track those suspects down quickly.
That's right. We heard from Police Chief Pamela Smith just a short time ago. She says the RTC, along with this police captain's quick thinking, and the community all helped to bring this to a resolution. We can tell you that police captain has been with the police force for 18 years, assigned to the 4th District, which is just about a quarter mile away from the scene here at 7th and Oglethorpe Northwest. Normally a very quiet community. You can see police are still looking at the scene and canvassing the area and trying to piece together exactly what happened. But here is what we know, that the officer was in fact driving himself into work in his personal car when he spotted another car acting and driving erratically. His car was shot at, and we have pictures of what that car looks like. I want you to see that first. So let's take a look. Our camera capturing the black SUV parked on the grass right outside the Georgia Avenue Police Station. Now, we could make out 2 bullet holes, one in the back passenger door, the other the front passenger window. Well, we're told the police captain called in the gunshots on his police radio, then drove the quarter mile to the station. The police chief tells us this all started when the captain in plain clothes was driving into work, spotted that car in front of him driving erratically. We're told the car stopped abruptly. One suspect got out of the vehicle, shot at the officer's car, but before they took off, the officer was able to get a partial license plate of the suspect's vehicle. The officer later was taken to MedStar Washington Hospital Center, where we saw his colleagues standing guard. The police chief says the officer's quick thinking helped police capture those suspects.
As soon as the partial plate information came out, our Real-Time Crime Center pushed out a notification of the vehicle and the plate. Our Falcon and our officers began to canvass the area. Falcon tracked the area into Landover, Maryland, where the vehicle crashed and 2 suspects were taken into custody. We will not tolerate this kind of violence in our city. We will use every resource, as we have been with any incident, to ensure that no one gets away with this type of crime.
Back here in 7th and Oglethorpe, a lot of neighbors now coming home from school, coming home from work, taking a look at the police activity on this block. Police had a very large portion of this area of Northwest blocked off. They have kind of closed in a bit on the particular scene where this happened, and you can see they're still here for some time canvassing the area. This is an ongoing investigation. We can tell you the officer is expected to be okay, but the extent of his injuries at this point are still unclear. That's the very latest here from Northwest. Delia Gonsalves, WUSA 9.
You touched on 18 years on the job, a police captain, well respected in this community. And it has been a brutal day. Delia, thank you.
Just a shocking crime. Well, police arrested 2 suspects in Landover, Maryland.
This all ended with a wild crash on Landover Road. Rafael Sanchez Cruz is there to break down everything that unfolded, Rafa.
Yeah, in the last 15 minutes, the vehicle that police say the suspects were riding in was actually towed away from the scene. And I want to set the scene so you kind of have a picture of what's going on. The blue car that they were riding in was right here at the intersection of Dodge Park Road and Landover Road. And like I mentioned, just in the last 15 minutes, that car was towed. WUSA 9 was on the scene when one of the suspects was in handcuffs, sitting on the sidewalk, just a couple of steps from the overturned car that he was riding in. There were no visible injuries to the suspect, who was described by DC police as an adult. Now, Prince George's County police say 2 people are in custody. The DC police tells us their real crime center was able to track the blue car that the suspects were riding in. District officers were then called for support from other area agencies on the scene. We saw officers from Prince George's County, Cheverly, and Metro Transit Police. Witnesses say the blue car was speeding, weaving through the traffic on Landover Road when the vehicle hit the back of another car, and then the car overturned. A witness tells us that he heard a large boom and then saw the car flip over as it was trying to merge through the traffic. Now, for hours, investigators were on scene. They had canines going through the grassy area that's right here on Landover Road, and we were told that they were looking for a potential weapon used in the shooting in DC. Still not confirmed by Prince George's County Police whether any weapon was actually recovered, but coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll actually have some of those reactions from witnesses who saw this whole scene play out right in front of them and kind of their reaction to seeing this kind of scenario play out in their neighborhood. I'm live in Landover, Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
Well, you said it, Rafa. So many people just trying to go about their daily business. It was a Monday afternoon, so we can imagine, some of the stories that they can tell from some of those witnesses. We'll be checking in with you for some of those updates. And you can expect more from WUSA 9 on this breaking news. For updates anytime, download the WUSA 9 app on your phone and watch us anytime on the free streaming app.